In a courtroom drama that has captivated fans and media alike, music mogul Sean P. Diddy Combs found himself in tears after an unexpected and emotional testimony from none other than Justin Bieber. What began as a legal battle soon turned into a moment of reckoning, with the tension in the courtroom so thick it was palpable. The sight of one of the most powerful figures in the music industry breaking down in such a public manner has left many shocked and questioning what exactly led to this moment. This case has been in the public eye for months, but no one saw this particular turn of events coming. P. Diddy has long been known for his larger-than-life persona, building an empire as both a rapper and a businessman. His influence stretches across the entertainment industry, having worked with some of the biggest names in music over the years. One of those names, Justin Bieber, has had a close relationship with Diddy since his early days in the spotlight. The two were often seen together at events, and Diddy was known to offer Bieber guidance during the more turbulent periods of his career. The fact that Bieber was called to testify against Diddy, therefore, sent shockwaves throughout the courtroom and the public. Before we continue, if you are new to this channel, please make sure to hit the subscribe button. Bieber's testimony was delivered with an air of reluctance, as though he understood the weight of what he was about to say. He began by recounting moments from his career when Diddy was more than just a figure in the background. According to Bieber, Diddy played a pivotal role in shaping his early music career, offering opportunities and connections that elevated Bieber from a YouTube sensation to a global superstar. However, what started as a recounting of these positive influences soon turned into a more complex and difficult narrative. Bieber described situations where Diddy's mentorship bordered on manipulation, implying that the music mogul's influence was not always in his best interest. While Bieber didn't accuse Diddy of anything criminal, his words painted a picture of a man who used his power and influence in ways that may not have always been above board. There were mentions of financial disputes, pressures to make certain business decisions, and instances where Bieber felt like his autonomy as an artist and an individual had been compromised. Bieber's words were chosen carefully, but the undertone of his testimony suggested that Diddy's control extended far beyond professional advice. As Bieber spoke, detailing specific moments in his career where he felt pushed into corners, the courtroom grew silent. All eyes were on Diddy, who, for the first time in his highly publicized career, appeared vulnerable. Diddy, known for his tough exterior and unshakable confidence, sat motionless at first, listening to every word. But as the testimony continued, it became clear that the weight of Bieber's words was having an impact on him. What may have started as a moment of disbelief or shock, eventually turned into something more emotional. Those present in the courtroom described Diddy's reaction as one of deep remorse. As Bieber spoke of their shared history and the pressures he felt as a young artist under Diddy's influence, Diddy's composure began to slip. At one point, he was seen wiping tears from his face, his demeanor softening as the testimony continued. This was not the P. Diddy the public had grown accustomed to over the years. The man who had always projected strength and authority was now showing a side of himself that few had ever seen: vulnerability. The emotional breakdown seemed to stem from a mix of regret and realization. Diddy had built his career on being a mentor to young artists, and many, including Bieber, had benefited from his guidance. However, Bieber's testimony suggested that the power dynamics in their relationship were far more complicated than they appeared on the surface. Bieber's words seemed to force Diddy to confront aspects of their relationship that he may not have fully acknowledged before. The emotional toll of hearing someone he once mentored described feeling manipulated and pressured was too much for Diddy to bear in that moment. Bieber's testimony didn't just affect Diddy emotionally, it also had significant implications for the legal case itself. While the details of the case remained somewhat unclear, Bieber's account suggested that Diddy's involvement in the music industry wasn't always ethical. His testimony alluded to financial improprieties and decisions made under duress, adding fuel to the legal fire that had already been burning. While Bieber stopped short of accusing Diddy of any criminal activity, the implications of his testimony were clear. Diddy's business practices, particularly with young artists, were being called into question in a very public way. This moment in the courtroom has led many to wonder what the future holds for Diddy's empire. As one of the most successful entrepreneurs in the entertainment industry, Diddy's reputation has largely been built on his ability to mentor and nurture talent. His record label, Bad Boy Records, has launched the careers of numerous artists, and his influence in both music and fashion is undeniable. But this legal battle, and the emotional breakdown that followed Bieber's testimony, could mark a turning point in Diddy's career. For Justin Bieber, this testimony also marks a significant moment in his career. Bieber has always spoken highly of Diddy, crediting him with offering crucial guidance during the early years of his stardom. But Bieber, now older and more reflective, seems to be reassessing some of those relationships and the power dynamics that defined them. This testimony may be part of a broader reckoning for Bieber, as he continues to distance himself from the chaotic years of his youth and the people who played a role in shaping those experiences. The aftermath of this emotional courtroom scene is still unfolding. Legal experts are already speculating on how Bieber's testimony will impact the outcome of the case, with some suggesting that it could be a turning point. Diddy's legal team is expected to respond, but the public's attention has shifted toward the emotional weight of what just transpired. The image of Diddy in tears, coupled with Bieber's testimony, has left a lasting impression on those who witnessed it. This case, regardless of its outcome, has already made waves in the entertainment industry. It serves as a reminder that even the most powerful figures can find themselves vulnerable, especially when confronted with the truth. The relationship between Diddy and Bieber, once seen as a mentor-protege dynamic, now appears far more complicated, with both men forced to confront the past in a very public way. As the trial continues, fans and observers alike are left wondering what the future holds for both Diddy and Bieber. Will this legal battle mark the beginning of the end for Diddy's empire, or will he find a way to rebuild and move forward? And for Bieber, this moment of testimony may represent a turning point in how he views his own career and the relationships that have shaped it. Only time will tell, but one thing is certain. This emotional day in court will not be forgotten anytime soon.